So this is the week we recognize everyone who is in public service. We appreciate you, we celebrate you, we honor you, because oftentimes public service and positions, they're not getting paid a lot of money. They're away from home, from their family a lot of times. Like, I've been watching cops a lot at night, and you know, if you think about being a policeman, to me, you got to be a brave person to be in a job like that. Because I look at all of the situations they walk into. So every time somebody calls the police, they're in a situation they can't control themselves, right? And so you have to call somebody else, an authority, to come and diffuse the situation in your home. And these people, these men and women give their lives, sacrifice their lives. There was so many public servants, so many police officers I saw across the internet killed within the last 2 or 3 weeks. And remember, they got children and family that they're leaving back here. Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday. Headed out to go take my brother. Y'all know the first Saturday of the month, we go run him around. How's everybody doing? Welcome all my new subscribers. Ain't nothing but love over here, y'all. All right. I was just coming on. Happy May. We're in a new month. We're in a new month already. Y'all seem like this week went by really, really fast. Last week, I was out a couple of days sick. I'm going to put my air on, and I hope y'all can hear me. But I was, some kind of way I hurt my foot, and it's getting better now, but I've been going through with that foot. Anyway, I want to talk to y'all about May freebies. And so, I told y'all on my landing page on Windows 10, because that's what my default browser is. I had put it on Gmail, Google. But anyway, they were talking about the free things you can get in May. The Saturday before Mother's Day, TCBY yogurt, you could get your first 6 ounces of yogurt for the mothers is free. They were just talking about free things you can get, like, and I'll share, I'll go into more depth. I'll just insert it here. So in the month of May, there are some free things you can get, and then some of the things they list are free all the time, like places that you can go and get air put in your tires, just like Discount Tires, Firestone, places like that. You could just drive up and they'll fill your tires. And Walmart, I know Walmart will do the same. I know about Walmart because that's where I got my tires from, and I haven't had any problems with them. And they do. You just go in and just to ask them to check before you they will. So I have first knowledge about that with Walmart. Also, they were talking about, and I'm going to share it. There's some museums if you're a veteran from now until I think September after Labor Day that you got. You know, I guess with your military ID you have free entry. Just different things, different ways, because y'all, in this economy that we're in now, everything is so high. I had gone on Shein I had purchased a dress, and it's too snug, and I started to keep it because I am losing weight, right? But I want to wear it now. And so the same dress, y'all, I paid, I can't remember how much, but it's like $10 or $15 more right now. So I was like, well, ooh, goodness gracious. So, but, you know, what they said in there, though, and I'll share it, it says that the price of the tariff has actually been added to the price of the item. So the shipping situation is not going to be any different, but the item is going to be higher, you know, to assume the cost of the tariff. So they're actually trying to work with their consumers, which is a good thing. So, yeah, but, oh, look, they put a fence up there. They got this new subdivision. The houses are so close to the end of the road. And I was like, well, they don't have a backyard, but they fenced it in, so that does make it look better. Yeah, it does. But see, I mean, if I'm paying $250 for a house, which is not a bad price, but I need to have some yard. That's my thing. And I don't want these houses. If you have two cars visiting, then one of your visitors' cars is going to actually be in the front of your neighbor's house. Y'all understand what I'm saying? To me, that's just too close. I like my privacy. I don't like the way my house is. When I come out of my front door, my neighbor can't see because the entrance to her house is on the other side. And I guess that's how they do homes. Yeah, it is. You know, some privacy. Man, all this money we're paying for houses, you know, and then you don't have privacy. So I'm waiting on the market to relax. I don't know what's going to happen because I don't know if it's going to get better before it gets worse, but everything in God's timing, right? So the longer I wait, the larger our deposit. I guess I have to look at it like that. Who knows? God might fix it while I pay cash. Yeah. I have had situations in my life and that's why I tell y'all about speaking things into existence. Man, I have spoken things and they have happened. And it's so funny that they literally happen just like I said, but not, testimony. I'm going to tell y'all about it. I ain't ready yet. I'm going to tell y'all about it though. But yeah, and did I say welcome my new subscribers? Yeah, I know y'all get tired of me sitting in the front. But I said in the video, I may not have shared it. I just, right now, I can't really be 100%. Now, everything about me is authentic, but I can't discuss things in a manner that I would like at this time in my life. I just can't. But eventually, there'll come a time that the Lord let me live, and it's His will, I will be able to. So, yeah, but the men in our church are feeding the ladies for Mother's Day today, but I'm running my brother around, so I don't know if I'm going to make it over there. I hate for them to be cooking for us, and you know, because I know how it feels to cook for people and nobody show up. Oh my goodness, a bad feeling. I'm not gonna be able to move because I can't see. Thank God. But anyway, yeah. So yes, indeed. But I like getting out early. I like sleeping in, so it's I don't know. Y'all know we go to church on Sunday for 9, so I have to be up. Sometimes I get up at 4 and 5 because I do my hair in the mornings. But I'm going to stop doing that because I realize my hair don't be out. This, for some reason, this side dry, and I put the rollers in this side last, and this side is always wet. I don't know if it's wetter than the tub. I don't know what it is, but that's why this side always start looking stringy or whatever. But I'm going to start, although I can't stand, because I roll my hair in those magnetic rollers, I can't stand sleeping in them, but I am. I'm going to have to sleep in them if I want my hair to hold up all week. The flexi rods, I realize, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, the flexi rods I use are like, they have the rubber, they're not satin. Do they have satin flexi rods? And so sometimes I put end papers on there. And I guess maybe if I do that, it's okay. But I checked my flexi rods the other day, and literally strings of my hair was in there, and I said to myself, that's how my hair are breaking thin. So I have to use like the end papers. Y'all know the little papers you put on it, you just wrap around there. I think that's protection. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to doing that because my hair didn't really hold up the whole week. But again, like I said, I could tell it wasn't dry because the curl ended up getting frizzy. But yeah, I feel good this morning. I hope everybody's well. Hey, Miss Pam, my brother Bruce, where are you? Dolly from, I don't know, it's Dolly. Miss Dolly with the daughter they told. Where are you? I hadn't heard from you in a while. Praying that everything is okay. I still have a lady. I know my subscriber Keisha. I know she passed in February, but I have another lady, Miss Mahoney in Florida. I went back to look. You know how when it gets to a point where you realize you hadn't seen or heard from somebody in a while? It's been since December of last year. And so I think what I'm going to do, I have an address. I'm going to reach out and send her a card. I don't know. I know the last time I talked to her, she was sick, and she's a retired military police. But I hadn't heard anything from her, so I'm kind of worried about her. You know, and I told y'all I don't do well with that death and dying. And to lose friends and people who support you, and it's not a good feeling. And I always think about my mom say, I like how they got the decorations around there. You keep living, gonna be people that you love gonna leave, and it does something to you. And that's why I just keep praying for comfort for myself and everybody who experiences that, because I still have my moments, just like most of us do. But yeah. Alright, I ain't gonna hold y'all. We headed to the store. I might bring y'all in one of the stores, see what they got going on. What y'all always ask everybody, what y'all cooking on Sunday? I think this Sunday I'm doing meatloaf, mashed potatoes. What we gonna have with that? I got some collard greens I put in the freezer. I may take them out. Honestly, the collard greens I bought to cook, they were pretty, but I didn't like them. Did you like them? To me, they were... My sister said they're what they call hotbed collard greens. She said because real collard greens have them thick veins and these didn't. And so they were hotbed collards. They were pretty. And they tasted okay, but it's like, I don't know, it's a difference. It's a difference. So if we go to this other store my brother want to go to, if they have the kind of collards that I like, I may get them and cook them and add them to the other ones that I have. Then I was reading an article from Sam's. I'm going to share that too, where they're talking about some of the items that you buy is not good to buy in bulk, and I'll agree. So you can save money buying at Sam's, but you can waste money too. And I've talked about that. One time I had bought that big thing of spinach. No, it was a big thing of the mixed greens to meal prep. But before I could meal prep for the week, I did meal prep, but before the week was out, some of the lettuce was bad. And I remember going to these classes, these business classes, and the guy he has a restaurant, several successful restaurants, I think one he sold. And he was saying about they had produce to come every day, so it would be fresh. But you don't want to go to the store every day, but produce just does not keep like it used to. Things don't, I don't know what it is. But, so that's like today, I think we may do chicken sandwiches. I don't know what I'm going to fix. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Y'all, I made a Chipotle bowl the other day. That thing was good. It was really good. I had gotten for the Chipotle bowl, I used chicken thighs. I used to use the breast, and you can, but the thighs just is a more tender meat. But it was good. Something different. I wish I had a plate. I wish I should have shared my plate with y'all. I'm going to start doing that, taking a picture of my plate. So when I talk about it, I can show y'all. Because I do have a recipe. Now, it's time consuming because you got to do everything separate. And then I made a mistake and opened up a can of, I should have went to. I ended up opening up a can of red kidney beans. I'm sorry. Dark red beans. And black beans. So, I didn't waste it. I went ahead and used it. It was okay. It was okay. Beans are healthy for you. They just tell you to wash your vegetables off when you put them in the thing. So, yeah, but they were saying like, and I know like I get this big tub of spinach and artichoke dip. I get that because I like to make the crawfish bread. And it's good for that. But you could also use this dip for your chips too. But I had gotten that, and by the time I was able to use it once, and I had to throw the rest of it away because there's a lot of it. But I could have found, like my son, he could use it for dip for his chips too, though. But yeah, I like to make that crawfish bread. My son won't eat it because he don't care for the shrimp. Do you eat the crawfish bread? You don't eat it, do you? Yeah, but it just tastes like a pizza with just, instead of pizza sauce, you got that artichoke dip. Yeah, but they were saying produce, like you get your produce from Sam's, it don't keep. And I told y'all about that. Unless you have enough, and this is what they said, and I agree. If you have an event, it's good to buy in bulk like that. But if it's just a few people, it doesn't do you any good to buy it from Sam's. Unless it's something that you can use out of and then store. You know, like, say, fish sticks. When I had my big freezer, I would buy the fish sticks. hamburger patties, things like that. Which I don't buy frozen patties. I always make mine from scratch. I mean, you know, I make mine fresh because I have to add my own little spiel to it. I season mine up. So yeah, but I'm rambling. I'm gonna let y'all go, but I'll be back. I'll be back. Bye. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Monday, May 5th. So if y'all got into the 5th to pay your rent, your mortgage or whatever, go ahead and pay it. Hey y'all, welcome all my new subscribers. It's all love over here. It's the beginning of a new, we're gonna make it a productive week. I just thank God that I feel, you know how sometimes, well, I don't know, a lot of people may not experience that, but some mornings just wake up and you're not in a good mood or you don't feel your best, but I'm feeling good this morning, thank God. I'm not really satisfied with my hair, but it's okay, it's just hair, right? I put the flexing rods in, and y'all, no joke, as soon as I put the flexing rods in, my scalp started itching. But today, this week, is Public Service Recognition Week. And so this is the week we recognize everyone who is in public service. We appreciate you, we celebrate you, we honor you, because oftentimes public service and positions, they're not getting paid a lot of money. They're away from home, from their family a lot of times. And like, I've been watching cops a lot at night, and you know, if you think about being a policeman, to me, you got to be a brave person to be in a job like that. Because I look at all of the situations they walk into. So every time somebody calls the police, they're in a situation they can't control themselves, right? And so you have to call somebody else in authority to come and diffuse the situation in your home. And these people, these men and women give their lives, sacrifice their lives. There was so many public servants, so many police officers I saw across the internet killed within the last 2 or 3 weeks. And remember, they got children and family that they're leaving back here. And because of the job that they chose to perform, the duties that they choose to perform, and they lost their life as a result of it. So Public Service Recognition Week, you see somebody in blue, or you go to a state facility, or you go pay your utility bill, you go pay your gas and water bill, you go to the clerk of court office, all those people are public service, the police officers. I appreciate each and every one. And it's Lord Jesus. And you know what? Even those who don't work for governmental agencies, if you're working in, if you're performing duties at Walmart and places like that, you're still serving the public. So I consider you public service as well. So I appreciate each and every one. And so be a little extra kind. Maybe give a little extra tip or whatever to people who service you. All right, y'all. So talk to y'all later. Be blessed. Much love. Bye.